Hello and good after morning, everyone over here at the Baka-Talk Studios. Here with me on this fabulous day-night cycle, I have Boom-chan.
Hello, everybody.
And then over on my left, I have Weez-chan.
Hi, I'm Weez. I'm excited to talk about anime, which is like a Chinese or North Korean cartoon or something.
It's a Nordic cartoon.
Nordic. Okay, yeah, right.
They oftentimes feature Thor.
Yeah, lots of animes. So.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Canadian cartoon.
Oh, maybe it's all of them.
No, it's just for some reason every single Canadian voice actor or actress from Ninjago seems to appear in all the bigger ones.
That's probably what led me to it.
That must be it, right?
More likely. Hey, you're doing better than my brother. He thought he was watching Sea Anemones for the longest time, and Gary felt so embarrassed.
He thought he was watching what?
Sea Anemones.
Oh, those little germ thingies?
Yeah, the things that like kind of like
those
coral.
Called sea monkeys? Are those different?
So sea monkey is a type of shrimp.
Right.
Sea anemones are a type of living plant.
Oh, okay.
They're those.
I don't know.
They're those tubular things that stick out on coral reefs.
I thought that was just coral.
I like shrimp. Shrimp are good.
That's the thing that SpongeBob was watching.
I like coconut
when
shrimp.
Gary walked in.
Yeah.
Coconut shrimp is also good.
Depends on
Coconut
who
shrimp is
makes
really
it
good.
and how it's made.
Coconut shrimp is the best anime.
Yeah.
Coconut shrimp at the restaurant that we went to Saturday was really good.
That was good.
It was
Uh-huh.
crunchy and it had the coconut flavor.
I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't able to taste too much there. I kind of got worried because of it. Not gonna lie.
You thought you had the Rona.
I thought I had this something. I was like, yeah, you can't taste this. Yeah, you can't taste this. Yeah, you can't taste this. Then I like dipped something like the sweet and sour sauce. I was like, oh, I can taste that.
I will say it wasn't the best food, but yeah,
I did like the coconut shrimp though.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
Personally, I like it buffets that have a smaller selection over a bigger selection.
Yeah,
Because I'm a person
Like
that
that
likes
pizza place.
Yeah, like that pizza. place.
it doesn't make you feel as bad when you don't get to eat everything.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I try to take a part in everything, and I feel like if you're at a buffet and you're like expanding, like doing a lot of stuff, you're not gonna get a lot of
It's
a
the
bunch of stuff's
fudge.
gonna get thrown away.
The fudge at Comic Con's like, we'll try one of each, please.
Oh yeah, Trey, we just finished Comic Con.
We did
Yeah.
finish Comic Con.
How did everyone enjoy the Comic Con?
I enjoyed it a lot.
Should I mention the interviewing that occurred, or is that gonna get cut out?
Huh?
We got interviewed. Remember, first day of Comic Con, we were interviewed.
Oh right, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever find it because I don't even know the guys.
I don't even know who's posting it or what, but I'm not gonna tell them what my name is because that's the only way they'd figure it out. It's me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got
But
interviewed,
hey, yeah, my face is probably somewhere on the internet.
and it's probably gonna be the one way we get leaked
I
at
mean,
some
there's
point in
also
time.
other places where my face is on the internet because Facebook exists.
That's true.
It would be difficult to find me.
Yeah, Facebook exists and your girlfriend has like 10,000 photos of you on it.
Yeah, she's been taking them
I
down.
also have my aunt and other family members that are just like, hey, how you doing? It's nice to see you in Walmart today. And then it's like, I saw my friend in Walmart today.
Yeah. Welcome to social media.
Like, yay.
I hate
Social
it.
media is cancer.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But Comic-Con was fun. I got a bunch of anime art.
Comic-Con was fun. I didn't get as much of the art because one, I have nowhere to put it, and two, I don't know. I'm weird on art. Sometimes I like art, other times like, I don't like. I don't know. When people draw their own styles of stuff, I feel weird about it.
I like very specific art. Like I got the Asuka poster
'Cause
and
it's
the
Asuka.
Cowboy Bebop. Well, the Asuka poster was just really well hand
Yeah.
drawn.
Yeah, some of the art, like, sometimes when they put it in their own style so much, it doesn't even look like the characters anymore. I don't
Yeah.
really like it. It just, like, this is kind of like just a weird looking guy wearing a Demon Slayer uniform or whatever. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
look like the character at all.
Like-
But some of them, they look like the character, they're just in a different art style. Like, they still look the same. And that's the art that I like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Something that I've really discovered is I am not one who really cares much for the popular animes, and so like all the popular stuff is what's on sale. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't like any of that. Where's what I like?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the Comic-Con that we went to, like all they sold was Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, and Attack on Titan stuff.
Not
if
gonna
you
lie,
dug deeper, you find other things.
Yeah.
but
I
you have
found
to
some other
dig.
things. I dug. Trust me, I
Yeah.
dug. I got a rare video game. I got the original Chaos Head disc. Not like the
That was
original
cool.
CD, but like
Dang.
it's very hard to find those, and I found one.
I didn't know you got that. That's sick.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't have a CD drive. But
There is a
I got it.
huge lack of Steins Gate stuff at Comic.
There was.
Yeah.
There was like the one place that had the wall scrolls and the blankets, and that was like it.
Like,
What's the white-haired witch?
Echidna.
For ReZero?
Echidna.
Echidna.
Like even for like ReZero, there's only like
Yeah.
one figure.
There was Echidna and then a lot of REM stuff.
There
There
was
was-
a
Yeah, there
crap
is a
ton of
ton of
REM
REM
stuff.
Like there was only REM stuff. I'm like, dude, if there was like
Echidna's
Super
so
something, I
much
would be
better.
into it.
Yeah.
There wasn't even any RAM.
No, there wasn't.
It's weird.
Unless she was with REM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous. In all honesty.
Sad. Yeah.
The other problem I was having is trying to find like art or figures. Is like I tried finding them where they had their clothes on. And that
Yeah.
was a little difficult sometimes.
Well, if I had my own house, I wouldn't really care. But not having my
I
own
would.
house,
I have standards.
Also,
I don't.
The figures are freaking expensive too.
yeah, they are.
I don't know. I feel like a high quality figure. They were like around like $40 to $80. That seems
Yeah.
about right.
I think
I
when
mean,
it
still
gets about
expensive.
me personally,
I guess.
$40, $40-$50 is probably my budget range for something like that. Once it gets past that, that's when I start questioning it.
The other problem is that I'm not big into like collecting toys because they look kind of crappy.
I've
but,
seen
like,
your room.
when you get those are just toys from when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
But like I don't collect toys, and there's a bunch of places at Comic-Con that are just like old toys and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
There's a lot
figures,
of people that really like that.
I would
though.
totally get a cool figure, but they're really expensive to get like
Yeah.
a nice looking figure.
Yeah.
I did see a really cool Itori Yuji, is that his name, from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm.
There's a really cool figure of him, and then there's a couple good Jujutsu Kaisen figures, but I didn't want to pay the $80.
Yeah. I wish they had more obscure stuff at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
'cause it's hard, though, because obviously they're not going to sell it a lot because it's obscure. But at the same time, if you find it, you're like, I'm definitely buying this. This is...
We were also pretty much just going to the country bumpkin Comic-Con in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah, that's
basically.
true.
Well,
Like,
the one guy I found, the one that had the Chaos Head vision novel, he had a lot of really obscure stuff.
stuff. That's
He did.
cool.
It was really cool. I'm looking forward to him being there next year, hopefully.
I'm not, because like the only person that recognized my cosplay is the guy that sold me crap, and that was that guy, and I'm not happy about it still.
Oh, was he the guy at the
Yeah.
end that, like... Yeah, he got me a... I got a figure of Kurapika from there.
Yeah.
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 I like him
He had a
personally.
bunch
He,
of toys. And
he had a Dr. Pepper, and because in Comic-Con you're not allowed to have
Yeah.
props, he saw me in my Okabe cosplay, and I was like, Okabe, I can't let you go without that. So he finished real quick, like,
Wait
downloaded
a
his
second.
Dr. Pepper and gave
You're
me
not
the
allowed to
bottle.
have props?
No, you're not allowed to have stuff like that, like
drinks.
drinks or anything.
Oh, okay.
Like the first day I brought in Dr. Pepper, and the guy, one of the guys stopped me. He was like, "Yeah, you can't have that." I was like, "Oh, what would I do then? Burn your car or give it to me?" I was like, "Have it then." And my little brother bought us. I was like, "Not money out of my wallet. Here, have it."
Guy takes it, just opens it up, starts drinking it.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, "What? What else can I do?"
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because it's the same rule that you have at the airport, but whatever.
It's because they want to sell stuff inside, I guess.
I was about to say airport's a bit different because you can't. I understand why you can't have liquids on a
yeah.
plane.
Although you can still buy like pop and stuff, like after you get past the checkpoints.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So, I
I don't know. I get it for selling money, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
They sell
besides for
money.
Comic-Con, how have you guys been?
Well,
I know Comic-Con's kind of been our big highlight for the week.
That has
though,
been.
So.
it was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty much highlight. Because other than that, before then, I wasn't even sure if I could go to Comic-Con because my one coworker was dog sick.
Yeah.
And work has just been a little bit of hell recently.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. How about you, Weez?
I've been doing good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Catching up on anime?
I have been.
Nice.
I've been watching. I caught up on Platinum End, and I've been watching that every
Nice.
week, and it's pretty decent.
Yeah. Story
It's-
staying good, or is it kind
Yeah,
of
story's
dropping
pretty
off?
good. Like the episode before this one kind of sucked. This episode was pretty good. Ended with a building exploding, so
That's
was
always
cool.
fun. Going Die Hard. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
So the guy's like sets up a trap. Hopefully that one girl died because she's kind of a psychopath, murder, rapist girl. But other
She's
than
proven
that,
women can do it too.
Other than that,
Gender equality.
Yes, sir.
yeah, the villain's kind of interesting. So we'll see. The main character kind of sucks. He's just like, I won't kill people. I can't do it. And the other guy's just like, dude, this guy's like gonna kill a bunch of people. You need to off him.
I can't kill the bad guy, even though he's murdering tens of hundreds of other guys.
It kind of makes sense for the main character because his whole thing is like right off the beginning he was committing suicide, so he's kind of like lost all the will to live, and he's kind of like confused and has.
So he's willing to take his own life, but not someone. What the heck?
He, at first, and then when he was given a second chance, now he's just like, I want to be happy now, and I don't want to kill people. I don't want to be
suicidal anymore. I just want to be happy.
Is that all it takes to get a cute angel to follow you?
I guess.
Is be suicidal?
I got step 1 done. Now I just need to attempt it.
That's the story.
I just need to attempt it now.
There's this guy that's like
Hey, Pyrolis, let's go find a really high building.
I was already 5 steps ahead of you. Already got my GPS hit on one of them. We're going to Grand Rapids tonight.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I like the main character at the beginning, and as he goes on, he just keeps going with this like, I'm not gonna kill people because I don't want to, and it's like, okay, this guy's getting a little annoying. But
like Ken Kaneki in the
beginning,
anime.
I liked it because of like the situation that he was in and like what happened and the drama around him, and it was like, okay, this is interesting, and how like this is gonna affect him and mess him up and stuff. And then he's just like, yeah, I don't want to do anything, which was also kind of cool because he was just like, I just want to live a normal life. And then he gets thrown into this like sucky situation. And so it's like, okay, cool. What's he going to do? And then he still just doesn't do anything. And it's like,
I'm just going to walk out.
It's like, okay.
I don't know. Main protagonists that have the no kill rule kind of irk me sometimes, especially when the antagonist is like basically a massacre, like murder hobo type guy. Like, it's just like, kill the one guy. Yes, break your rules, but kill the one guy that saved hundreds of other people.
And this guy's like a complete monster, like with the things he's done. So
like a normal person would like realize that their morals need to be broken to fix this situation, especially if the person's a complete monster.
So this guy has he talked to his friend, and he was like, if you could do one thing, if you had like unlimited power, what would you do? And one of the things he mentioned was like, get rid of all the ugly girls. So so this guy, hearing his friend say that, is just like, okay, cool. Gets this girl who's like a psychopath murdered rapist, and it's just like, here's a bunch of powers. So she uses the red arrows that makes the girls fall in love with her, and then she ties them up and murders them.
Nice.
And it's like, okay, this guy's he's messed up. And then the one girl that she was with when he walks in is just like, that one is kind of on the edge. Go for more uglier girls.
See, I understand the main character's point of view.
Yeah.
I understand the main character's point of view.
Yeah, that's the antagonist.
No, if I was in the main character's shoes and I knew that this was happening, I saw it going on, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a book out of my father's journal. I'm going to go grab milk in America.
So, yeah, that's going on. It's, yeah. He's got problems. The main character has major problems, and he's so struggling that he can't kill him. I kind of hope he does, because it'd be really satisfying if he just like, okay, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Because he definitely doesn't have a good like ground, but it's not awful, because so far it hasn't been like, oh, you know, it doesn't feel preachy where it's like the main character's just like, I won't kill this person no matter what, and then they go and murder a bunch of people.
Right.
And you're like, dude, like, you're the only person who can stop this guy, and you're just gonna let him kill everyone. So
I think Batman's ears are itching at this point.
So it's like his character is like that, but it doesn't feel like the show is like that, because the guy that's with him, he's like got cancer and is gonna die, and he's a really cool character. He's got like a family, and he was like an old military dude, so he like brings them guns and stuff, and he's like, okay, we're gonna prepare for this. And he's trying to explain it to him. He's just like, just think about it, like, if she's gonna get killed by him, are you willing to kill this guy too? Because like the girl he likes,
right?
Are you gonna be willing to kill him to stop him from killing her? and he still, like, in his mind couldn't actually kill him.
So you're saying they listened to me? They must have listened to the podcast, because the first time I mentioned the show, my exact words were, "Get some guns."
Yeah. The other thing is, like, guns are kind of useless if they have wings, because the wings can fly so fast. But I'm not exactly sure how fast the flying or how fast your reaction time with the flying is. It kind of depends on that, because the dude just blew up a building, and if he noticed it, he could have just flown away from it.
Right.
Like, the whole trap was, like, go to the building, and then he was going to blow it up. So if he just flies away from it, the guy's going to be fine, because you can fly at, like, instant fastest speed, like, ever. Yeah. So it depends on that. I'm not sure exactly how it works. They keep adding in rules like Death Note, where it's just like, this thing in this situation does this, and you're like, okay. Like, you can pass on some of your powers to someone else as long as you hit them with a red arrow that makes them in love with you. So they can only have those powers for 33 days.
Oh, so the Psycho Girl is...
So the Psycho Girl is not actually a god candidate. She's just a random person.
I was wondering how that was going to work. Because you just kind of made it sound like the evil guy is just like, and you're an angel.
Yeah.
And you're an angel. And then when he kills...
I'm out for everyone's an angel.
When he kills a god candidate, he takes their stuff. Whatever they have, like,
so
wings
he just,
or whatever.
Like, has a surplus
so he's like
this
extras, and then is like can give it to different people. So the main character is more like Light, where he's just like really smart and calculating. The main villain, the main character is just kind of like, I don't want to do anything.
All you gotta do, sniper, position him in a high building, wait for a main bad guy to be on building, and snipe him, because he can fly away, because he can't see a guy from over
he's not
100 meters.
Yeah. Although he does wear a suit of armor pretty much the entire time, so...
Penetrating rounds are called penetrating rounds for a reason.
That's true. You're just gonna nuke all of Japan just to take him down.
Whatever it takes.
That'll be their thing.
You heard about Hiroshima?
Yeah.
And Nagasaki? Get ready for round two.
We're doing it.
I was just going to say, if America got involved,
I know,
there might be problems.
If they found out, it's like, okay, there are people flying in Japan, and, like, this guy can mind control people, and, like, all this stuff going on. It's like, okay, yeah, just wipe it out.
I think this is an issue we need to consult the Atomic Council. The Atomic Council? What do you say? Nuke it. Nuke this shit. Nuke its orbit.
It's like, okay, we're on this half of the Earth. Japan is on this side of the Earth. Let's cut it in half.
Actually, I see signs. He's noting down where to put a tooth through.
Yeah, I don't believe it now.
So,
You can continue. I'm just having to make notes now.
Okay. It's an interesting show. But it's not like amazing. It's still not like as good as Death Note. I think it can get better. Definitely depends on how the main character goes. If he just keeps doing it, I don't want to kill anybody and I'm gonna do nothing and have a panic attack.
How long has he been doing this for?
Like the whole show.
So, that's awful.
It's only like, I'm only like 4 episodes in or whatever. But like it did have some pretty interesting stuff going down in like the very beginning. So I was hopeful, and I'm sure it'll get better. I have faith that the author's not gonna ruin it, but it's definitely like an edge fest of a show.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, he didn't make Death Note, so
yeah.
But you know what is an absolute great show so far?
What?
Tech Op Destiny.
Tech Op Destiny is pretty good.
I don't know. I've been really enjoying it.
Like, I did really like it. How many episodes did you watch of it?
I'm on episode 5, I think.
So
I'm not fully up to date. I'm pretty sure I'm like 2 episodes behind.
You're like 1 or 2 episodes ahead of me.
Just because of Comic-Con and then work and stuff, I haven't had a chance to catch up on it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure episode 5-ish.
The first episode, I was like, okay, this seems a little cliche and kind of just like whatever. The character interactions are fine. I'm good with it. The next episode goes into the backstory and explains like the whole situation that they're in. And then it was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. The beginning of the second episode was kind of slow, and it was like, oh, okay. And then it got into the end where like the big event happens and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, this is cool.
I don't know. I'm really liking the world building so far. It's interesting to me. For one, I always kind of have a soft spot for anime that is set in America.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see Japan's take on America.
That is interesting.
And I'm really enjoying Japan's take on like a post-apocalyptic America.
Is there Burger King and McDonald's in every single corner?
Well, no, because like most of America is actually wiped
destroyed,
out.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that we can't have Burger King and McDonald's in every single corner.
The monsters are like just serving people food.
Like I can see the McDonald's right now that's across our street. Like
the world.
That's not a McDonald's, bud. That's a Burger King.
I can't tell the difference anymore. Okay,
It's
blind.
A pretty good show, but like I do have some complaints with it. I feel like it could have done better with its musical themes. Like
its musical themes could definitely be better.
Its whole thing is like how it's like a music fighting against these monsters, and when they go into like so the idea is like these creatures are attracted to the sound of music.
So
have you ever watched the movie A Silent Place?
I've heard of it. I'm more of thinking like the zombies from the one zombie movie with the Twinkies.
Zombieland.
Yeah, zombie. I'm more thinking that where he's playing the banjo. Ding, 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 ding.
Kind of like that. It's very much like a Silent Place.
Okay.
Where the aliens come and they don't like rhythmic music. We're in a silent place, like they just don't like any noise.
Sound, yeah.
So they're just the aliens from they're just the ghosts from Ghostbusters. Play a tune on a piano, ghost comes, possesses everyone.
Sure. Well, this one is just like they don't like rhythmic music for some reason.
So they like freak out from music and like attack that area if there's music playing.
So dubstep is okay then.
So
yeah, sure.
So like part of the thing is I'm half confused about the world building because they're like, okay, we can't have music. Also, we're gonna throw this festival about music in the middle of the town.
It's explained a little bit afterwards, but supposedly
there wasn't supposed to be any monsters.
There's not supposed to be any monsters around for a long range, and they're really confused on where they came from. So you got to the part where the town was attacked after the festival, right?
Yes, the town was attacked and like the whole thing
so you figured out how Corzetta has her powers.
Yep.
And you also figured out why Tech has his arm messed up and stuff.
Kinda, yeah. I like you see him, and then I watched the episode after that where they go and fight some, and then the shotgun girl like fights some, and then they blow up the house.
Yeah,
and then they're like,
that's great.
Now we're gonna go on a road trip. I like the road trip idea. I like that like kind of storyline where it's like we have to get from this point to this point.
Well, I liked how they started the story
to get there.
Yeah, I liked how they started the story where they're on the road trip.
Mm-hmm.
It's after they like meet up with like what's his name? The big
I don't remember his name.
The flamboyant dude.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I don't remember his name.
I know the little lolly girl's name Titan, which I think is funny because she's like super small.
Yeah.
Her name's Titan and she has a shotgun.
There's a lolly in America? They're crazy.
I know, right?
That's not real. Sad. Please tell me
it's real.
It is?
It's real. She has a shotgun too. She's coming for you.
Okay, what's this called?
Tact Op Destiny.
How do you spell that?
TAKTOP Destiny.
And how do I find a lolly in America? Other than the underage ones? I mean the of age ones?
This one is definitely underaged.
What?
Also, this show is based off of a mobile game that's coming out.
That's coming out?
Yeah.
It's a promotion for a mobile game.
It is. It's a promotion for a mobile game.
Dang.
And it's actually like pretty decent.
Yeah. For a giant ad.
So I look up tech. Oh, I found it because when I originally looked it up, I got Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny.
Huh.
But I found it.
Is.
So then, so these monsters, shotguns are effective against them.
Guns are.
So
how did they invade America?
The only thing that's effective against them is the special abilities of the music carts.
The music carts, which they all come with a predetermined weapon. So like Titan has a shotgun, Corzetta has a laser beam gun sword gun.
So basically, the origin is meteorite crashed. Monsters came from the meteorite. There's another stone that was like in Earth or something that had basically the opposite signature of that meteorite.
Well, what happened?
And that's where they got the powers for the music cart people.
Well, what happened is a meteorite crashed, and that's where they got the music stone power. They weren't sure how to wield it, though. They weren't sure how to use it. And then the aliens, which are called 2D, crashed, started like annihilating everybody. And then they finally figured out how to link up the stone with these, I guess they're all pretty much all young girls, where they link up with another partner, which is their conductor. So it's all music oriented. So they have a conductor and then the music cart, which is like the performer. And the conductor like tells them how to like fight in the battle.
So this is just Pokemon, both people.
Kind of, or you can think of it more as what's that one show?
I think it's kind of like Noragami, where they have
like Noragami.
They're like fighting. It's not like they're using them as a weapon, but kind of like they're directing them.
But the conductors, they give their life energy to the music arts to fight. So one problem that Corzetta and Tech are having is Corzetta uses too much of his energy, so it's using too much of his life force, so they both end up passing out by the end of the battle.
Yeah, she basically kills them.
So their job, what they're trying to do is go to Washington. I think it's Washington.
It's New York.
New York, to go to the main headquarters of all these people that have the powers to basically get retuned, so that way Corsetta is not trying to kill Tech each time she fights.
Yeah, the originally they like went through this training to like awaken this power, but for her it just kind of happened to her
because they were doing this whole festival thing,
and then she almost died and all this stuff. So they're kind of all like screwed up, and they need to get to the other side.
Quick question: doesn't NASA have a plan if a big meteorite's gonna impact Earth that they shoot some rockets at it to push it away and off course?
Before that, we'll give you that answer after the break.
You son of a...
Add time.
Now all of our viewers...
You didn't clap right. Clap again.
Add time. And we're back.
Oh, I thought we were going to do a count thing. I know that's what you meant by our life.
The count thing was 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, but so at the start of the podcast, you usually go 3, 2, 1, and then you start recording. Then you wait for the pause. I forget that after the break, we don't have that 10-second pause before we start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So we're back. Happy Baka-ween, everyone. We're here. We're having fun.
Halloween was 3 weeks ago.
You shut up.
This is Baka-ween, not Halloween.
Walmart is playing Mariah Carey. I don't care anymore.
Oh, are we going to do this for all the, like, thanks Baka and Baka
Mess? Yeah, basically, yeah.
The day after Halloween, I was at Walmart, and Mariah Carey was on the radio, and I'm like, so, it begins.
I'm just imagining Mariah Carey, like, standing on a radio in the middle of Walmart in like the Santa outfit thing.
I'm pretty sure. So you know how they kept Bucky alive since like World War II and like the model thing? That's what they do to Mariah Carey. Like they just have her in cryo storage until winter comes, and then they let her out for like a solid like 2 months, and then they throw her back in the freezer.
I remember a meme, and this is like years ago, and it was like, it was something, I feel like it was a zombie hand like coming out of a grave, and it was like Mariah Carey's career during Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's been dead for so long, but every Christmas it's like Mariah Carey's back.
She's dead?
No, her career's been dead.
The thing that upsets me the most about this whole thing is that I sing Christmas songs casually all year round.
Oh, yeah.
I just pause my head like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Like I just like those songs.
Yeah. You know what we...
No, hold on. I'm not done. No, I'm not done. No, I started talking first.
I think the audience is about to have a
I don't
hernia.
care. I don't care. I had a hernia. I know what this feels like. Well, no. Keep the suspense going. I know what you're saying. Personally, I was hoping you'd forget and like we won't talk about this, and then I can say, oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that, and then yeah. But anyway, no.
You want more suspense. More suspense is good.
But they're about to blow up.
This is that random backstory that goes on for like 4 episodes right before someone dies.
I'm just conducting you guys right now.
I will fight you.
No, fight me.
Someone's just about to die, and then it's like,
fight me.
Okay, let's go.
Get over, you little rat.
Someone's just about to die, and then it's like, okay, here's a 40 episode backstory about this character, and then we'll come back and they just die.
You know what, Weez? You're not helping. Hey,
I'm in the middle of talking.
But
so
let me
continue,
finish.
continue
something.
No, we can answer it after I finish speaking.
You have 2 paragraphs. Go.
Okay. So, what I get most upset about this time of year is, like I said, I sing Christmas songs all year. The older ones, I sing them all around. And this time of year, for some reason, all of a sudden, people start noticing that I'm singing them, and they want to kick my butt. Like Comic-Con, for example, I started singing some Christmas songs, and J-Wolf is all of a sudden like, stop singing that before I beat you up. I'm like, dude, like 2 weeks ago, I was singing this, and you were singing along.
You know, that kind of makes sense.
J-Wolf is also just, he doesn't like Christmas music.
You said this to me as well, though. You're like, it's not, if you keep on singing, I'm going to chase you to the car.
That makes sense, though, because, like, if you're in the middle of July, if you're in the middle of July or, like, March or something, you start singing Christmas music, then everyone's just like, that's so quirky, haha. When you do it, like, a month or 2 before Christmas, it's like, that's too early, how dare you.
I do this all the time. It's not, it's just me.
I know, but it's just how society exists.
If it makes you feel better, anybody that sings Christmas carols around me before or after Christmas, any time of the year, I just want to beat the crap out of them anyways.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Literally, no one notices it until like November,
though. Jingle bells was a bad song.
Anyways, are you done now?
No, back to my...
No, yeah. Okay, so to answer your question, yes, NASA has a plan that if an asteroid comes, we launch all the nukes at it and hope it vaporizes it or it pushes it off. All the nukes?
Even that one that like John has or whatever?
Yes, even the one that John has.
Dang.
Poor John.
John didn't launch his nuke, and that was the one that didn't stop the meteorite.
So for the next 5 minutes...
It was all John's fault.
For the next 5 minutes before the asteroid hits Earth, we can all blame John.
Yeah. Screw you, John.
John.
Good job, John.
You had one job.
But yeah, there's actually... I forget what they call the plan. It's like Star Destroyer.
Well, anyways, this is basically a magic asteroid.
Did they shoot missiles at it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think they explained it.
Because they didn't know it was coming.
What?
I think it came super fast and it was like small and they expected it to burn up and then you just like hit the ground, I guess.
You know, kind of like all the stuff that happens over Russia all the time.
It's magic.
Anyways,
things that happen over Russia are not asteroids.
Also, this asteroid wasn't like destroy the world kind of asteroid. It was just like land monsters.
Yes, like it landed and it like cracked the earth open. It like planted monster eggs or something in the earth.
How big was it?
It wasn't that big. It was like big enough to make like a small crater. That's it.
How big is a small crater?
Big enough for a monster to get out of. Like a car-sized monster.
It was monster-sized Pyrolus, obviously.
You know, like a monster-sized
like
crater.
An alien monster crater. So anyways, the show... Okay, here's my complaints about the show. We're getting into this part.
I want to counter your complaints.
It needs a better music thing.
Like, okay, I agree with that one.
So part of it is...
Ride of the Valkyries.
I want it to be... Like, they have too much background music in it. I want it to be, like, eerily silent all the time, except for when they're fighting.
That would be amazing.
That makes sense.
Like, I kind of noticed they were kind of doing it at first, and it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then they just started playing normal background music, and the background music wasn't even that good.
Oh, yeah, like the first scene where
when they're in the car. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, come on. You don't need music here. That's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that. I also don't... I feel like they could have done better with the abilities of the people fighting, because they're like, we're powered by music, pulls out laser like sword thing and starts cutting these things in half. And it's like, what? If like the thing it shot was like musical notes or something, if they put more like emphasis of music into it, it would be so much better. It feels like the music part's kind of lackluster. It's like they forgot about it. They're like, oh, this is a music show, so we're gonna...
Well, here's the thing. I agree with you, besides for the fact, I think what they're trying to do is, I think there's a lot of music animes.
Yeah.
And I think what people did is they're like, oh, it's a music anime, so it's going to be really music related.
Yeah.
I think what this is yes, they have like the words and stuff, like they have conductor and music art and stuff. But I think the most thing that's related to music is how they fight. It's just the rhythm and the synchronous, so it's more like dancing.
Yeah, and it's the idea of the conductor like leading the musician.
Yes.
And the musician's like fighting them, and he's like conducting them, so he gets like the overall picture, and she's actually doing like the main work.
Yes, exactly.
So like that's kind of cool, and I get it, but I felt like it would be way more. It would hit harder if it was like this is a music thing, and they're like fighting to music or something like that. Like that would be sick.
Like the episode of Fairly Odd Parents where he becomes the singer of Kiss, and he's shooting things with lasers out of his guitar that he's playing music. He's just rocking out.
Like the end of the SpongeBob movie?
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if they were fighting to music or something like that, it would be way cooler. However, the animation is freaking amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
There's the parts where he plays piano and it's like synced perfectly to the music. It's like that does not look easy to animate.
Right.
My goodness.
So my question is, does this happen? All right. So let's say you got a minigun, right? Mm-hmm. If you go, does the minigun fire because you're singing?
No.
Oh, that's sad. That saddens me.
I wish it was something more like that, but it was just kind of like, we are powered by music. Go blow up that monster.
I don't think they're powered by music. I think they're created through music.
Yeah, she mentioned something about like being music.
Like
they're
pretty
powered
sure
by a squirrel heart.
Because Corsetta was created while they were playing, right after they played the piano together.
Yeah.
I think it's related to their ability to play music, not so much for them to create music while they're fighting.
Yeah.
I think it's literally just like their music talent.
Then
I just think it would be more...
Because they have to be able to fight in sync, because the only way to defeat these guys is to be able to fight in sync.
Yeah, I just felt like it would
be counter them
better if it was more like music.
No, I do agree with
fighting
you.
and stuff like that. Like that would be so cool.
If that's how that works, where it depends on the music talent, then shouldn't they use that for fighting, like Weez was saying, with like the guitar?
Well,
like they had a guitar and.
I've literally had this like concept of an idea of just like these epic battles that are all like to music and stuff.
Yeah,
and it'd be super cool where like everything's in the rhythm. It's like Crypto the Necro Dancer and some games like that where it's all like music based like progression and stuff.
Someone's playing a trumpet and a laser just blasts out of the trumpet of music notes and starts killing the monster.
Yeah, or just like the weapon that she has, just like when it fires a laser, if it's shooting like music notes or something. It's like that would be super cool.
Wasn't there that one magical girl anime that we all looked at where it was they're all idols.
Oh, yeah.
And depending on how well they sung was how well their weapons did.
It should be more like that.
It should be, yeah. They need a... Also, this is based off of a mobile game.
Yes.
So they need another version of this where it's just like, they go to battle and it's like all this hype and epicness, and then they just like play Candy Crush, and it's like, I defeated you because I got 30 ruby points. And the enemy's just like, no. That would be a way better mobile game ad than this.
Personally, the only way you can properly fight with music is by having one of those piano guitars that when you're doing good and jamming out shoots lasers.
Right.
That is the only way you can properly fight with music in my book.
They just need what's that game called? Guitar Hero. Like guitar is just like with the
like
buttons and just be like
just your music talent, you're jamming along.
That'd be sweet.
Or like some guy with an accordion just shooting lasers with an accordion, you know, like.
So that part was kind of disappointing, but the animation itself is really, really good. All the fight scenes are insane.
Yeah.
They spend like a ton of time with the piano, like him playing the piano, showing his fingers and everything, and showing the piano work is like insane how like that kind of animation, how often they do it. It's not like just a 2-second like, oh, here's him playing the piano, flexing our animation skills.
Right.
It's like they do it for so long. It's like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But that scene where they're like on the stage playing the music together, that was really great.
That was really cool. That was
like,
awesome. That actually got me like,
I almost like that more than
music.
the fight. Yeah, like it was just like the whole thing of him. Because before this, they're not fighters. They're just, like, people living in this thing. I think his dad is the guy that, like...
His dad was the one that either helped create or did create the music.
Yeah.
Get in the robot, Shinji!
So he's got something, but like he was just playing music and it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough to like touch people's hearts. And she's like, you're really good. And then they finally go to like the thing together and they're kind of fighting the whole time. And they finally like get along as they're playing it. And then she dies right after that. But anyways, they're
Nice.
like them playing, spoiler warning, them playing the guitar or the piano together was really cool. It's like, this scene is awesome.
You know how you can tell that scene is hand drawn? Do you see that tear in the corner of this panel because of how long it's taken him to write this out?
Pretty much. I think they might have used CGI for the hands while it's playing the piano. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch
it was really good. Like, if it was CGI, it was still looked really
They
good.
might
I
have
noticed the
used
running
hand
was
tracking.
a little CGI.
Yeah.
They might have used hand tracking, if that's the case.
I was
Could've.
thinking that they might have done that because, like, it would be really hard to animate that because it's all in, like, every key that he presses is so perfectly timed with the actual, like, music. It looks like watching someone
A lot
play.
of newer studios are
insane.
doing that now, where they're
Yeah.
just doing the tracking. Like Game Studio's been doing it forever, so
It
now
would have
they
made
it
sense.
too.
Yeah. That's probably what they did because then they would just have to, like, get the camera of that person and then track that and then
Yeah,
put
right.
everything over it and then...
Huzzah!
And then that timing wouldn't be like, okay, this frame,
Yeah.
press.
It wouldn't be like
That would be insanely difficult.
we would lose a lot more animation artists to suicide
Yeah.
because of it.
They're just like, no, we need 5 more frames of him pressing the key down slightly more.
I'm gonna
You mean
swallow this piano and kill
5
myself.
more hours of one frame?
Yeah, yes, 5 more hours of
Framing
work.
sucks.
Construction framing?
No,
Or like drawing
video
framing?
editing framing. I had to do
Yeah.
it at my old job for every now and again.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Anime, like, making anime is insanely difficult. Or even, like, what was that? Spider-Verse, where they're like, was it 2 seconds took a week to make or something like that?
Dang.
Like, it was insane
Yeah.
how long it took them to animate, like, every single little chunk of it, so...
But you know what's got really good animation?
Hmm.
Lucky Star.
Lucky Star has amazing animation.
Amazing.
And
It
you
gets
know what we
better and
did?
better.
We watched an episode of Lucky Star.
We did do that.
How surprising.
Also, Lucky Star is an older show, too. Like, it has
Yeah.
really good animation for how old it is.
Yeah.
Every single time I watch the opening, I am still impressed on how
It's
well
great.
the opening holds up.
I think part of it is they can move their budget around for, like, the more epic scenes because most of it is just, like, them
Like
talking
Minyo
around and, like,
Shirashi.
talking. But, like, still their facial expressions and everything's really great during, like, the just random conversations.
I think we're getting into more of where they put the budget into because we're seeing more of people's houses now.
yeah.
Because before it was like white backdrops, stuff like that. Now it's like, wow, there's an actual house here.
Yeah.
Wow, they're actually walking down a street instead of just white.
Yeah. There's actually a story now.
I'm wondering if it's actually related to like how it's supposed to be an in-game, not in-game, an in-show show.
Oh.
So like I'm wondering if like as the show's getting popular, it's getting more budget.
That
so
could
they can add more details to it.
This show
That's
is
a good
so
theory.
meta, it could totally be on purpose.
My other theory is, since it's kind of like about them growing up, is like the more they perceive of the world, because we also notice that they're like moving
Yeah.
around more, like they're taking more transportation, they're going to more places. The more they move around, the more the world opens up around them. That's my theory, anyways. But I don't know.
The show is extremely meta, so that could totally be an answer.
Yeah.
We're just like, we didn't have the budget. They could even make a joke about that. Like, the show is
I think they
very,
have made
very
jokes about that.
self-referential.
Like, I don't know. It just always gives me the fact that now Minyo Shirashi is popping in at the end of it, and then we've discovered that Minyo Shirashi is the director, the producer, a character in Lucky Channel, and a character in Lucky Star, and he has the name stays the same no matter who he plays,
And he's a real life person.
Yeah.
In the end,
and he's the actual director
things.
to Lucky
Yeah.
Star.
That's amazing.
It is pretty cool. I like that they're let me talk. That him is at. I still can't even say it. That he is actually putting that much effort into it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Like, I've never seen a director or a writer for the show put that much effort into something.
Yeah,
like
when
that.
you see a director that really loves like what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah.
and he seems like he's having a blast.
Yeah.
like it's really cool. So
The whole fighting
Just-
scene at the end of this episode was amazing. Where he's
I
like
know.
punching and kicking with the water behind him, and he still got KO'd despite fighting nothing.
I know. I'm wondering like what what brought on that idea. We're just like, okay, what are we gonna do for these ending things? It's like, I'm just gonna go out by the ocean and just sing and just do random crap.
Well, we ran out of budget for them singing karaoke, so I'm gonna go and do random crap at the ocean.
Or just like, we didn't have any more ideas. Or like, I think this was based off of a comic strip, basically. So there was probably like a certain, maybe there was some about like karaoke or something. Yeah. And they used up all those ideas. So now it's just like, for the rest of the show, I'm just gonna like...
They random stuff out by the ocean and with random people, and I love him. He's great so far.
He is great.
But what do you guys think of this episode overall?
It was pretty good. In all honesty, I have not seen a Lucky Star episode that I have not thought was good. I've not thought was not good.
You continuously say that. I'm just saying, like, what's your overall thoughts of the show? So
the new character's interesting. Her voice kind of annoys me.
Does it?
She's kind of that young girl. And it's kind of really young anime girls.
Not necessarily her like personality or what she does. It's just like the sound of her voice is like, eh.
Oh, okay.
But she's a fine character. Having just someone new for them to like interact with is kind of cool. Like whenever they had like her dad in there or just like random characters that they interacted with, it suddenly added like, we know what these people are like when they're interacting with each other, because that's been like the first 10, 13 episodes or whatever. So now when they add a new character, it's like whenever they interact with that person, you feel like you already know the characters that are talking to her, and you're getting to know her through the experience of this other person. It's like meeting a new person yourself because you know the other character so well.
Right, yeah.
So it's just like you can see them and how they're interacting with them, and it's like how they like them or dislike them or whatever. Just like when you're around friends and you meet someone new and you see how they like interact with somebody.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. To me, it also looks like they're growing up too.
They do look older.
They look a lot older for some reason. Just this specific episode, they look really
There's
old.
something with the camera angles and stuff. It made them look taller. They looked more like real people with how their like bodies were built in the like drawing.
Like I told you, it's gonna get super real. Then all of a sudden, it's gonna get turned into murder based on the last ending card.
Kind of just gonna like go off on somebody and just it's pink-haired girl. Yeah, she's just gonna like murder someone out of nowhere.
It's gonna be her mom
on the train, on the bus.
On accident.
What do you mean you talked to the salesman for an hour, Mom?
She's gonna hunt down the salesman. It's like, what are you doing talking to my mom?
I will say, because I didn't really do much school when I was young, all these school jokes kind of went right over my head.
I love them. I'm loving them. They're pretty good.
Because I didn't get 90% of them.
I understand most of them.
It was already bad enough that's Japanese school for one, so it's not even like American school.
Yeah, Japanese school is very different where, like, they have tests to get into specific schools.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool. And then they're like worried about if they're going to get into that specific school. And I think that's also how you pass grades.
It is.
It's like you have to pass the test to get into the next grade, which is sometimes a new school.
If I'm correct, and I could be totally wrong, but just from what I know a little bit of like their education structure, I don't think they have government ran schooling.
As far as I'm aware, I don't know.
It's all privatized schooling, so they have to have tests to see who will accept them.
Yeah.
There are some smaller government schooling in some places, but a lot of stuff is more of generalized, like funding and stuff.
Yeah, private. So as far as I know, I could be wrong about that.
That makes sense.
I like it.
That's why, like in anime, like the test during like every school anime is like so important because they want to get into like the best like private school type of thing.
And they're always so worried about it. It's like, how high am I going to test?
Right, because their parents are probably literally paying an arm and a leg for the schooling. So.
Also, like in Love is War, where they're at like the super prestigious school where it's like all the smart kids are here and then stuff like that.
Or like in Kami-san, Kami can't communicate. She's literally in like the highest grade school, but the school literally only picks people because they're weird.
And then it's like, or like Assassination Classroom, where they're in like the low, crappy like grades or whatever. And it's like all the delinquents are here.
I think the lower grade schools are like the government ran schools because they're kind of like standardized
that makes sense.
where they're like, well, we have to teach you something.
Yeah.
But you weren't smart enough to get into the higher ones, so here you go.
And then they are too encumbered by the pressure. They jump off a building, an angel saves them, and now they're a candidate to become God.
Nice.
So go to the easy school, kids.
But anyways, I think that's pretty much it. Do you guys have anything else to say about Lucky Star?
Lucky Channel was great. How Akira was... Is her name Akira?
Akira?
Akira? I think so.
Akira?
Something like
Akira.
that. Anyway, how she was upset because of the fact that she was in today's episode. It was just... She wasn't showing on screen. We heard her voice, and she was upset that she wasn't showing on the TV.
Wait, we heard her voice?
Yeah, the halftime episode where they were talking about the suspense, and the guy was like, "Is that your final answer?" And she's like, "Yes, that's my final." That was her.
Okay.
She's upset because her face wasn't shown.
Right.
And that's what
And then
she was
she's
fighting
like
over.
begging the audience to like push her to like get into the main show.
The one guy like walks over and talks to Mino Shashi. He's like,
"Hey,
"What? You need me to stop her?" Okay. So anyway, are you interrupting me? Why are you interrupting me at the most important time?
It's like the show's about to end, and it's like, oh, it seems the show's about to end.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty fun.
It was good. It was a lot of the new character.
Yeah.
So
I just like how we described what happened at the end, and he's like, "Yep, I agree."
I mean, there's not much else to say about it, so it's basically just her deteriorating mental state at this point.
Yeah.
So.
She's already deteriorated. It's now just her
Or-
convulsing.
yeah,
in front of the screen.
Pretty much.
Minoro Shirashi.
All right, what do you guys rate this episode?
I still rate it pretty high, 10 out of 10.
4 watermelons out of a grapefruit.
Okay. What?
No, actually,
makes
4
sense.
grapefruits out of a watermelon.
That
makes
makes
more
Watermelon's
sense.
not that great.
That makes more sense. Okay, I was confused for a
What do you
second.
mean watermelon's not that great?
Watermelon's not that great.
Watermelon's delicious.
I like grapefruit way more than watermelon.
I give it 5 out of
What?
5 for finally.
How do you like grapefruit more than watermelon?
Because watermelon's not that great.
What? Do you know?
Can we not argue about this right now?
It's just water.
Can we not?
Grapefruit's just so bitter.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Grapefruit is
I love the
amazing.
bitter flavor.
What's wrong?
That's why I like Coke so much, because it's like that burn.
Yeah, Coke is great.
How does Coke relate to grapefruit in any
You know,
form or manner?
grapefruit Coke sounds amazing.
That does sound good, actually.
I want grapefruit
I know
Coke.
he's being
Do
serious,
I want?
but I know you're just doing
do
this because of
I-
how I'm acting.
No, I actually
Do I want
agree with him.
watermelon Coke? No, gross. They're just watered down Coke.
Grapefruit
I want
is
grapefruit Coke.
Oh, God.
Grape-
Baja
Grapefruit.
Blast is just like grapefruit Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the flavor. It's like tropical flavors, and grapefruit's one of those. What's it? Squirt. Squirt is grapefruit soda, and Squirt's really good.
Yes, that is great.
Have you had a plain grapefruit by itself?
Yes.
Do you put anything on it? You just eat the grapefruit?
Hey,
I usually put
Pyrolis.
sugar on it, but
Pyrolis.
unless I
Exactly.
peel it, then I'll eat it plain.
Nobody can understand you because you're not talking to the mic.
It's good.
You peel a grapefruit
Yes,
and you
Eat it
plain.
yes.
But if I cut it in half, I'll put sugar on it.
oh, I have never tried that.
Oh, it's really good. It's a little bit difficult because you have to like cut out each thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
putting sugar on it, it's good.
Well, you do know that they have grapefruit spoons, right?
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So
Dang.
what you do is you cut a grapefruit in half,
Yeah.
and then they have this special grapefruit spoon, which is basically it's a spoon, but it kind of has like a serrated top,
Ah,
so you
sick.
can kind of like dig through the grapefruit.
I need this. I'm
Yeah, it's
adding it
actually
to
really
my
cool.
Christmas wish list.
I don't know if you're joking.
I
or
want to
not, but-
squirt now.
I do too. Actually, sounds good. Anyways, we're gonna end this podcast episode. I was gonna say I'm gonna rate the Lucky
Lucky
Star
Star.
episode 5 out of 5 for finally introducing Quiet Green Hair Girl.
That's true. Quiet green-haired girl is in this show. now.
Kudere is amazing.
She's funny. I like how the little girl is like, we're best friends now, and she just like,
I'm sorry.
hey, and walks away. She's like nice, but just like does not pay any attention.
Oh wait,
to
no,
her.
she said that we're both in the same
Yeah,
classroom, and
it's
she's like,
like-
"Oh, I'm sorry."
It's like, oh, we're both in the same grade. I'm so sorry.
That was great. Anyways, yeah, if you like this episode with us yelling over each other a bunch and Pyrolis shouting a bunch,
Subscribe to us on all your favorite podcast platforms. We're on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, where you can also leave us a review.
And you can also hit that subscribe button and leave a like on our YouTube video, as well as you can give us a comment. Lots of comments would be nice.
We're Baka-Talk Studios.
Yeah. So you could follow us on Twitter at TalkBaka, where you can complain to us about how bad our intros and outros are.
And you can leave us an email at what's it called? askbakatalk@gmail.com.
There you go. And that's about it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
You can find me at KBW Author on Twitter, and from there you'll find a link to my YouTube channel.
You can also find me on Twitter at Sir-Boom9, and you can also find a link there for Look Behind You, which is my other podcast where I talk about the paranormal and the supernatural. How about you, Pyrolus?
There's a TV behind me.
Pyrolus too. You can find me there.
At Twitter?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
And I also have an Instagram, which is the same as my Twitter.
Very nice.
At KBW Author.
Well, with that, I think we're going to bring this podcast to a close. And yeah, Pyrolus, any last words for us?
I don't know.
Great last words.
Have fun. Have safe. Have fun with life. Do fun things.
Thanks so much for listening. John Meow.
John, yeah.
I'm going to get you all later. Now.
Hey, heck yeah. Get the spoon, too.